Okay, so this is a short tutorial on how to use Pixlr. So I went to pixlr.com. There'll also be a link in Schoology and on the class website. So the first thing you need to do is to essentially set up an account, right? So you just go in, set it up, enter your school information. I think you might be able to even link it with Google. And so, yeah, just create an account. You can do this on a desktop. You can also do this on your Chromebook. If you can try downloading Pixlr. It is in the Google Play app, but I haven't had much success with it as of this point, and so I'm using the online version, which works just as fine. So once you get logged in, there's two different versions of the photo editor. There is advanced and playful. We're going to use advanced because it's going to have a lot more options for what we're going to want to do. Just to get started, you can just kind of grab any picture that's down at the bottom. So you can see now it's not exactly like Photoshop, and it's not going to be, right, because it's a free program. But you know, with the things that we got right now, this is a good option. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to go full screen just to make my life a little simpler. And I'm just kind of zooming in and out. So you can see it's kind of a similar type of setup where you have tools on the left side, you have the kind of menu stuff at the top, and then your layers and that kind of stuff on the right side. And so just like in Photoshop, what I'm always going to do is to create make a duplicate of my background layer or whatever image that I'm working on, because I don't want to mess it up, right? So we want to be additive as much as we can versus subtractive. So, right, so I just did a little crop there, so we're back in action here. So what we have here is we can make selections. Here's another way to make selections. So the lasso select, right? So I can click on that. So I can make a selection that way. Up here, just like in Photoshop, you can see we have different ways to make those selections. So I can switch to polygon, right, which is going to be more direct lines. Remember, you always have to kind of go back to where you started to actually make that selection. We can do a magic wand type of selection. Let's see if I can get that to work. Oh, right, and so that's my tolerance. And so if I bring my tolerance down, right, it's going to select lower stuff. And if I bring my tolerance up, it's going to select more. Maybe. Right, this is the fun with, oh, maybe my tolerance is so high that it's selecting everything, and I just can't tell. Let's see. Yeah, it's just selecting everything. There we go. Yep, so it's super high, so it's selecting everything. So I'm going to bring my tolerance back down. So you can go that route. This is to crop, cut out, and mask. So what we're going to do a lot is to do the cut out and mask for this first project. And I'll explain more in another little video. And so, yeah. So I have a mouse that likes to zoom in and out, so sorry about that. So what we're going to do with this is that we are going to cut out shapes and textures and that kind of stuff. So we have shape cutout, so I can do square, circle, and just straight up lines. I can do the magic cutout, similar to what we were using here, draw cutout, or the lasso cutout. The biggest thing I think we're going to use for this is going to be shape, a little bit of the draw, and the lasso. I think the lasso is really going to be our best option here. And so I'm going to show you the lasso. So you can see it's in the red. Remember, you always have to go back to where you notice, oh, what? It's gone. And so I can invert it so I can get the actual shape that I want. So I hit invert. And instead of just hitting OK, I'm going to actually hit extract. So that way I still have my original layer, but then now there's a cutout layer version of that. And that's what we're really going to be using a lot of in this first project. Okay, so let's hide that for a second. you can see I'm going to go up to my selection, and now I can move that around and kind of reorganize that kind of stuff. And so this is a lot of what we're going to do for this first project. It's kind of basic stuff, but we're going to do a lot of cutout type of stuff just to kind of get started. Okay, like I said, it's not ideal that we're using this program, but we're going to make the best of it. And so we kind of have to kind of start fresh and kind of get the lay of the land on how to use some of this stuff first. So be patient. We're going to get through it, and we're still going to make some pretty awesome stuff. So cool. Next video.